Broke but craving an adventure that's all your own? You might be surprised how far you can actually go on a tight budget when you pick the right solo travel destination. Solo trips are exploding in popularity, and a new ranking from long-haul travel specialist Travelbag highlights 10 destinations that are especially friendly to people traveling alone, without draining their bank accounts. The list names Hanoi, Vietnam as the standout pick, thanks to its combination of safety, affordability, and immersive local culture. How the rankings were created. To figure out which places deserve a spot on a solo traveler's wish list, Travelbag evaluated a range of long-haul destinations using criteria that matter most when you're on your own. They didn't just look at pretty scenery or Instagram potential, they focused on real-world factors that actually shape your experience. Key elements they considered included daytime and nighttime safety, so travelers can feel confident exploring streets, markets, and neighborhoods at all hours. Typical travel expenses, such as food, local transport, and general cost of living, to identify places where your money stretches further. Weather conditions, since climate can make or break a trip depending on what you enjoy. How welcoming the destination is to visitors, especially to foreigners navigating a new culture. Local English proficiency levels, but only when there was enough data to judge this fairly. Each destination was then given an overall score that blends these factors together. That way, the final list highlights cities and regions that don't just excel in one area, but offer a well-rounded experience for solo travelers. Why solo travel is booming. This ranking arrives at a moment when solo trips are more than a niche interest, they're a major global trend. Surveys show that an impressive 76% of millennials and Gen Z travelers are planning to take at least one solo journey in the next year, making independent travel one of the hottest tourism trends right now. Financially, the solo travel movement is massive as well. Industry estimates value the solo travel market at over $500 billion annually, showing that more people are not just dreaming about traveling alone, they're actually investing in it. But here's where it gets controversial. If solo travelers are such a powerful force, why do so many travel products and packages still act like everyone is part of a couple, family, or group? Hanoi, Vietnam, the top pick. According to Travelbag's analysis, Hanoi, Vietnam comes out on top as the best overall destination for solo travelers. It's described as a Southeast Asian gem that offers one of the highest daytime safety scores in the region, an especially reassuring detail if you're venturing out alone for the first time. On top of that, Hanoi is remarkably affordable, which makes it attractive whether you're backpacking on a strict budget or simply prefer to save more for experiences than for accommodations and transport. Travelers can reportedly enjoy a beer for less than $1 and hop on public transport for around 30 cents for a one-way ride, which means everyday expenses stay comfortably low. Georgia Thompson, Travelbag's destination executive for Asia, paints a vivid picture of why Hanoi works so well for solo visitors. She highlights the city's unique rhythm and steady pace, which tends to spark curiosity instead of intimidation. In her view, Hanoi is one of the rare Asian capitals where solo travelers can jump straight into daily life, taking a cooking class, visiting temples, or exploring the city's famously rich food scene, without feeling overwhelmed. Her advice for visitors includes wandering through the maze-like lanes of the Old Quarter, where street vendors serve steaming bowls of pho in the early morning and bia hoi, fresh draft beer, flows in the evening. It's the kind of place where you can follow your nose and your appetite, and still feel safe doing it alone. And this is the part most people miss. Being solo in Hanoi rarely feels lonely, because the city's street life almost pulls you into the action. Colombo, Sri Lanka, coastal comfort for solo travelers. Second place goes to Colombo, Sri Lanka's bustling coastal capital, which Travelbag describes as ideal for solo wanderers thanks to its blend of safety, warmth, and affordability. It offers that sweet spot where you can enjoy city life, ocean views, and cultural immersion without constantly worrying about costs. Public transport in Colombo is extremely cheap, coming in at just under 18 cents for a ride, making it the second least expensive option on the entire list. The city also stands out for its cosmopolitan feel, diverse food scene, and relaxed seaside atmosphere, which can be especially comforting if you're adjusting to traveling alone. Beyond the busy streets and urban energy, solo travelers can slip into quieter, more reflective spaces. There are serene Buddhist temples where you can take a break from the noise and recharge, as well as opportunities to share a seafood dinner with locals while looking out over the Indian Ocean. For many visitors, that mix of buzz and calm is exactly what they hope to find, but here's where some might disagree. Is Colombo better experienced as a solo retreat, or is it a place you'd rather share with someone else? Kandy, Sri Lanka, hills, gardens, and budget-friendly rides. Kandy, another Sri Lankan city, lands in the 4th spot, giving Sri Lanka a strong presence in the rankings. Unlike coastal Colombo, Kandy sits in the country's central highlands and offers a cooler, misty escape with a more tranquil vibe. The area is known for its lush, hilly landscapes and peaceful botanical gardens, which can be a dream for solo travelers who enjoy slow-paced exploring, nature walks, and reflective time. Remarkably, public transportation in Kandy is even cheaper than in Colombo, costing just 16 cents per ride, the lowest fare mentioned in the countdown. That makes it incredibly easy to move around without worrying about your budget. Some might argue that Kandy's quieter atmosphere makes it less exciting than a capital city, but that's exactly why many solo travelers love it. If you like the idea of sipping tea in the hills, strolling through gardens, and exploring cultural landmarks at your own pace, Kandy could feel like a personal sanctuary. Siem Reap and Grand Bay, top 5 finishes. Rounding out the top 5 are Siem Reap in Cambodia and Grand Bay in Mauritius, each appealing to different types of solo travelers. Siem Reap, known as the gateway to the Angkor Temple complex, offers a comfortable average temperature of about 78.8 degrees Fahrenheit. That warm but manageable climate makes it easier to spend full days exploring temples, markets, and local neighborhoods without feeling completely drained by the heat. For solo visitors, this combination of culture, history, and manageable weather can be a major plus. Grand Bay in Mauritius brings a more beach-focused experience. As a coastal resort area, it's popular for its blend of clear waters, leisure activities, and relaxed holiday vibe. For solo travelers, it can be a great choice if you want a mix of downtime on the sand and social opportunities in cafes, bars, and waterfront spots. But here's where it gets controversial. Some people feel resort-style destinations are less authentic, while others argue there's nothing wrong with choosing comfort and relaxation over gritty, off-the-beaten-path adventures. Full top 10 solo travel destinations. Here is Travelbag's full lineup of the top destinations for solo travelers. Hanoi, Vietnam. Colombo, Sri Lanka. Kandy, Sri Lanka. Siem Reap, Cambodia. Grand Bay, Mauritius. Chiang Mai, Thailand. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Malé, Maldives. Phuket, Thailand. Many of these spots are in Asia or around the Indian Ocean, which raises an interesting question. Are these regions inherently better suited to solo travel? Or are they simply more affordable and currently more popular in traveler surveys? Some might argue Europe or the Americas deserve more representation, especially for first-time solo travelers who prioritize familiarity and language. Your turn, would you go solo? Taken together, these rankings suggest that you don't need a huge budget or a travel companion to explore some of the world's most fascinating places. With strong safety scores, low daily costs, and welcoming cultures, cities like Hanoi, Colombo, and Kandy prove that solo trips can be both exciting and financially realistic. But this is the part most people miss. Best is deeply personal. What feels safe, fun, and affordable to one traveler might feel overwhelming or underwhelming to another. So now it's over to you. Would you choose one of these top 10 spots for your next solo trip? Or do you think the list leaves out better options? Do you agree with Hanoi taking the top spot? Or would you rank another city number 1 instead? Share where you stand and why. You might convince someone else to book their first solo adventure.